Allahu Akbar, God is great, a call of defiance that's echoed down through 30 years of revolution. Large numbers of Iranians are losing faith in their Islamic revolution now and are putting their lives on the line. But its supreme leader, whose authority is under serious threat, has dug his heels in.
The entire nation should respect the law. I had insisted and will insist on implementing the law on the election issue and keeping the law of the country. Neither the establishment nor the nation will yield to pressure at any cost.
Parliamentary deputies responded with Allahu Akbar too. Then, Khamenei is our leader, and an obligatory chant, "Death to America." It was just across the street from Parliament that it all kicked off this afternoon. Despite the warnings, a protest was planned for 4 p.m. Tehran time, right here. At 5:40 local time, we started getting messages. The first, reports of clashes and tear gas. Then, at 6 o'clock, that a young woman had been shot. And, in quick succession, a flood of other messages that besieged paramilitaries had weighed in, beating people seen using mobile phones. "They've cornered us in alleyways," one said. "It's like a mousetrap." There were reports of fires, helicopters overhead, and then, on Twitter, a description of the square as a war zone, blood everywhere.
All of a sudden, some 500 people with clubs and wood, they came out of Hedayat Mosque and they poured into the streets and they started beating everyone. They beat a woman so savagely that she was drenched in blood, and her husband, who was watching the scene, he just fainted. I also saw people shooting, the security forces shooting on people on Lalezar. They were beating people like hell. This was a massacre. They were trying to beat people so that they would die.
There is real difficulty corroborating these reports or to stand up when or where pictures like these were filmed, but they were posted on the web within the past 2 hours. It looks like Ayatollah Khamenei still has a serious insurrection on his hands. Human rights groups claim there have been more than 1,000 arrests across the country. Many detainees in Tehran have been taken to Evin prison, where they're reportedly being held incommunicado with no access to lawyers and without charge. This is the man believed chosen to lead the Inquisition. Chief Prosecutor of the Islamic Revolutionary Court Saeed Mortazavi. Human rights investigators say they've evidence linking him to illegal detention, torture and coercion of false confession. The Supreme Leader said that if this doesn't stop, the blood will be on the hands of opposition politicians disputing the result of the presidential election. One of them today, the former commander of the Revolutionary Guard, throwing in the towel.
Presidential candidate Mohsen Rezai has withdrawn his complaints made to the...
Others aren't so easily intimidated. Shia clerics have been openly involved in protests, and today Iran's rebel Grand Ayatollah Montazeri declared on his website that resisting the people's demand is religiously prohibited. These pictures, just in, show the confrontation outside Parliament this afternoon. Nothing's been heard from the defeated presidential candidate Mir Hossein Mousavi for days now. Another candidate, though, Mehdi Karoubi, has called for a protest tomorrow to mourn the dead.